In the heart of Beirut is a reminder of this country's bloody sectarian history. A 1960s theatre never finished, riddled instead with the bullet holes from Lebanon's civil war of the 70s. 40 years on, they're queuing to get in. This symbol of Lebanon's past is the venue now for young students to try and control their future. The speaker is a former government minister turned protester. If the revolution is successful, he hopes, then political leadership lies with them. Who amongst you can carry this protest, he asked, without blood being spilt? The secular, non-sectarian unity of this nationwide movement has surprised everyone, but they know it's fragile, and not far from the theatre, that was clear. This isn't a fight between protesters and police, it's between protesters and other protesters. Supporters of Hezbollah clashing with demonstrators in central Beirut. Members of the Islamist group, who have both ministers in government and the country's most powerful militia, confronted protesters they claimed were insulting their leader. It wasn't prolonged, the police separated the two groups, but it is a hint of how precarious this revolution, as they call it, could be. When the Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah spoke, he backed the government, not the secular protesters, potentially driving the first wedge into the movement. And in the south of the city, his supporters were out quickly with the Hezbollah flag, not the national flag. Further to the south, down the Mediterranean coast, is the city of Sidon. Here, like everywhere, they're out on the streets. Among them, university professor Dr. Ismail Syed.
We have all potentials to have a very nice economics.
At the heart of the movement, he says, is a drive for a new secular politics. But the religious sects currently in power won't allow it.
Keep religion outside the government. We have to have a non-religious government. But the political people that have religious group, they all said, no, this will not work, this will not work. These people say it will work.
Through the week, the leaders of each political faction have failed to persuade their followers to back them. The people have stayed out and want them out. But with supporters of a movement as powerful as Hezbollah breaking rank with the protesters, the dynamic has changed. The first doubt about whether the revolution really can run the course, or if the sectarianism that has fueled politics here will again prevail. Mark Stone, Sky News in Lebanon.